What is up, everyone? Elon here, and welcome back to Satisfactory. In between episodes, I've been very busy. Uh, as you can see, we have concrete coming up here onto the platform now. I have extended the platform. It's actually almost all the way across the canyon in like that spot. Uh, some of the stuff I've done we'll get to as this recording progresses, but we have automated the copper manufacturing. We have this little setup for automating well, not even automating, because you have to make these parts with a machine. Those 50 parts we needed. We'll get to what that is all about, other than iron ore being stored up for a purpose that we are going to be coming to hopefully soon. And then it's not just these two nodes. There's like 3 more iron nodes down near the base of this, and then for the concrete we have a node over here and over here that are feeding into down here as well. But first things I want to do is grab these out. We have automated the production of cubes. That's the rotors, reinforced plates, blah blah blah. But right now we can't even get any new mission objectives until we complete the phase 1. So we need to head down here to our skyhook, where I've set up a way of feeding items in. Yes, there's the other iron mines and the limestone, and limestone over there, right there. That are all feeding in. Can watch as these go into this. This skyhook does have like a lot of inputs. It's got like I think 3 on each side. Right now, the ones on that side are kind of blocked by a rock. I don't even know if I'll be able to get rid of that rock later, or if I'll just have to deal with it. I don't know if this thing can be moved after we start this. Okay, you see the 50 out of 50 in there. So now we come over here. That's completed. To seal this off. Sorry about belching.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better fix-it future.
Alright, now if that's over, let's send this up. This is so cool.
Phase 1 of project assembly completed. This is only the beginning of project assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder: not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
Alright, now that that's done, we can actually move on to having more stuff to do. And one of the first things I want to do is work towards getting better power and steel production, because the tier 3 of the conveyor belts requires steel. Actually, tier 4 does too, but it's a further upgrade of steel. Now, I have went ahead and been doing some of the research over here. You even have Caterium, which is a new metal type. But before we move too much further, we need to get these blade runners, which is 20 silicon, 3 of the cubes, and 3 runners. So easy enough to do. Silicon is created from quartz. So, by the way, he is stuck there. He still brings me stuff though. Silicon. So I did wait till I was on camera for these. There we go. Now silica can go there. These are actually, as you can see, the speed we're moving at and how much we can jump. This is one of the most useful things you get, because a lot higher jump. We can fall further without damage, which isn't really an issue with having the parachute, but as you can see, we are moving faster now. Let's see. Coal. This one we can actually probably knock out. Give that. And this is why the automation of everything is so important, because we can just go grab the stuff we need. Like, ooh, 500 cables. Now, cable production going to here. Do love this parachute, and this will automatically get us up to coal power, and I know where coal is. We are going to require some fighting once we get over there.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fix-It has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid, and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Also, another thing I did off camera is I set up this room over here. Come on back over here, buddy. Come on. Good boy. Come Or we have another one of these. Ooh, those are good. Sadly, we have a little bit of time before the next thing can be sent off. As we've said before, it does require a bit of stuff, but that is going to be important, being able to make a vehicle. Also, steel. What are the other things we can do? Yeah, that's going to be important. That's important right there. But right now we do have a rebar gun, so we should be fine. I need to see something. Power. Yeah, we've only got these for transporting power. Which is something we're going to have to do, is transport power down to where we're going. So that and you came out of the room with us. So yeah, these lizard doggos are cool, but they do get annoying. And yes, I know this looks bad with those coming out onto the gate, or onto the conveyors. It's not that big of a deal. Build these. We actually should take the stuff to be able to build some of them. We're going to want more, a few other supplies, because I'd rather not have to make a bunch of trips back and forth. And we are going to want, I don't think we can't make Norbelisks yet, which is something we're going to need. We will be able to at least get a little bit, or at least get a little bit, yeah. Learn to talk. Going to be able to set up at least some coals. So we are going to want this. Grab some of those when we get leave. Okay. 12 of those, that's nice. Just making sure everything I can do. Norbelisks. We need Norbelisks. Just going to be under sulfur here. Which means we need steel pipes first. So, yep, we're going in the right direction to head over here to get coal. Set up a line of power going to where we're headed. Later we'll get a much better method of doing this. But for now, it is what it is. Like I can't just run this off of here all the way down to there. Yeah. That there. We need to keep these kind of out of the way. Be removing that tree here soon. These guys are a pain. Where's the other one at? There you are. This. Okay, so and the freighter's back. Cool. That'll be handy here in a minute. Having to set these up is literally the only reason we're having to go like this. That gets us that. Now let's go get some early coal access. We forgot to grab the basic iron plates. It's fine, it's whatever. Clear this up anyway, so we have room to work and fight. As you can see, this does where are you at? Here, around here. These guys like hiding. Here you go. There you are. There you are. Another one around here somewhere, I want to say. Reload. And continue clearing now, because now we have this area where we can work. But see, this is why we need an obelisk. That rock right there. But it isn't the only coal place around here. No, not. No, come on. get all this cleared out. Here soon we'll be able to deal with that one. But we need to kind of open this area up. Because this is going to become our big new power area. There's something over there to go check out. But first things first. Oh, this is so loud. But the reason this is going to become our new power area is quite simple. There are 4 coal nodes in the area, and there's water, which is what we'll need for upping our power capabilities. Which we will also then use to facilitate the obtaining of steel. We are almost out of space. Okay, though. Space. What is this? Ah, iron. Not really worried about that, but.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
Which is what we're going to do.
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point, because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
Yes, I know they require coal. Come on, quit running. Okay, so 3 of those. Okay, so we're going to get everything set up for the water aspect of it at least. I guess it's that. each of these have their own little connector. No. That's the problem of doing it so far away. Because I know we're going to need more power connectors here. Okay, so logistics. And this is where we're getting into needing that. Not enough space for that. Okay. So now we go up, drop off, pick up, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, we do need that. Yeah, we're going to just get rid of this coal. We don't actually need 2 pieces of coal, but we need that.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Yeah, I know. We need that for a certain thing. This parachute is so handy for this. And while we're here, we'll send off this load of stuff. Once we can land. Come on, land. Thank you. Okay. Here it is.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Yeah, I get it. Convert all these. Put these in here. Psyllium. So much freaking stuff. I can take the time to do this, but I'm not going to. That we need to grab. We only need like 9 more of it. I do believe. Yeah, 9 more. That's actually like a super important thing. Oh yeah, that's Caterium, our new ore. Some of this. And honestly, one reason for needing it is this. Now we can do this. There we go. Much better. Beautiful sky. But now that we have the power line set up going down, to go down we can just use the parachute now. Instead of to come up the normal way. But this will allow for ease of getting down. I need to look into if there is a way to disable the parachute. Okay, here we go. That's better than nothing, I guess. And we need this.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Yeah, I know. Going to once we get everything set up and see where we actually need the pumps at. So that's running. Put just an arbitrary pump here. Okay, so how are we looking? This pipe's full. Could be better, not bad. So, first things first. How are we looking right here? It's good, but we're gonna put a pump right here. Power to there. Actually have that set up good. Nice. Now. Come over here. A drill. Drill to be aimed a bit this way. Can't put a drill there yet. Come on, press the right key, thank you. Here, we're going to want to drill over here. Then put that in place, and that will give us this. A few other things. We're going to need line splitters over here. For each one of these. Is that good enough for... No. That is overlapping of that. Yeah, that'll work. Conveyor. Conveyor. And now we just need this one, which will be a lot easier to set up anyway. Last one, and yes, I know I could just run this without a splitter, but I want the splitter in case we set up more. Need more plates. What I got on me? I could use one of these down here anyway. Always good to have a crafting area on you anyway. And for this next thing, I don't need as many iron rods, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll need some, but... Let's go ahead and make some of these. No. Right there. All right. Let's grab this real quick. This. Now, once we get the vehicle transport, we get a truck that I can out of the water. I hate falling in the water. But we'll get a truck. The truck I can actually set up to drive between truck unload and load stations, which is how we're going to get coal from down here up to the main base. I will handle setting that up off camera, because literally to set up the automated path for it to follow, I have to excuse me, I have to drive the truck on the full path, which is a bit annoying. Some of the stuff we have on us to go ahead and automate up some. Try to get this set up as much as we can, because once we get these coal plants going, power becomes a lot more stable. Our use of biomass goes way down. Hopefully it'll be good enough. I'll also set up probably the other two coal mines I can access off camera, because it's literally just laying a bunch of conveyor belts is going to be a thing we have to do. But beyond that, it's build mine, run power line, set up conveyor belt, and then it just becomes the thing of, okay, we have more coal, and that's not going to be a woohoo big deal. It's just like, hey, we got more coal now. Setting up this initial thing of coal is the bigger deal. I'm actually going to come over here and start setting up this end of it so I can get it set up like I want. Because first, I want one of these. Right there. Now the reason for having it right there is actually at some point, like with when I set the truck up and later in the game we get a train, they'll be loaded over here. This is going to be storage for coal power. So first we're setting up the coal power part, but I'm going to go ahead and set up also the ability to just bring a line off and set up what we need. Okay, so we're going to need some logistical stuff. Line merger first. Both of those. Oh, I didn't realize it was that close. Just set this up here. And we're going to set up a splitter for later. Hate when creatures get in the way. Plates. These are handy to have around here. We just have to link this end of it up. Luckily, with a big thing in the way the game works is once we're building and cleared out and started building in an area, we don't get the creatures spawning anymore. So we have some freedom to work around here. I'm gonna make them screws for me. Now see, the reason we, back at the old base, for those of you who haven't played this before, the reason we have the iron ore set up, because that big old pile of storage containers is ore, not ingots. You mix the ore with the coal in another machine, and it makes steel. Which is why that is so important. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Need a little bit more of that. Want to get these coal generators going though for power usage, and then yeah. Now, I should probably also start working on that because 1,000 of those is a lot, and each one of those is one of these. I want to say reinforced iron plating. So that's 1,000 of each to make that. And it's going to take a while. But once we get steel, we can start crafting steel beams, which is what is used for the next tier of conveyor belts, and that'll be game breaking because, or game changing, because they are much faster on item transportation. I'll make these last few plates. Thank you. We're making all these iron plates just so we can replace them as soon as we possibly can with the next one. But this is also why I went ahead and grabbed the iron ore that was down here and have converted some of it to the other. I'd say 5 should be enough. No, we need 3 more. Okay, 3 more is not horrible. Come on. Just takes so many screws. As you see, this is definitely slow. See that light back here. We got green. Alright, that one's on. On. And on. Now because these are all connected into the power lines that are connected to everything up there, we are connected. Let's go get that vehicle transport thing set up. Because I mean, honestly, I guess it might not be. No, we'll go ahead and send it off so that the next episode we are not having to wait for the ship to come back. That's not one of my lizard doggos. Okay. Head over here to grab the wire or cables we'll need. And we'll start everything going. There we go. Hello, laser doggo. Which one are you? You're a pup, aren't you? You brought me some ammo. Can't even make that weapon yet, so. Yeah. Although it can't be put in that thing for some reason, so yeah. That's handy. $5, 100,
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
And that is what we will do in the next episode, because that is all the time I have for recording today, guys. In between episodes, I will, of course, be hopping on to let the automations run and make sure, we have power and everything like that we need. Because even with the coal, we still do have to deal with biofuel. Let's see. Foundry. This is what we need for steel. So next episode, we will focus on getting steel going. But in the meantime, if you have enjoyed what you saw here, I do hope you have, you know what to do. And I will see you all in the next video.